time, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Yeah, Rocky Top, Tennessee. Oh, yeah.
You'll always be home to me.
I hear the train coming, rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, time keeps dragging on, but that train keeps rolling down to San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. And when I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Cause baby now we've got red blood. You know we used to be red love. So take a look what you've done. Cause baby now we've got red blood. Now we've got red blood. Shit, I don't think we can. You made it really deep. And baby now we've got red blood. Did you have to do this? I was thinking that you could be trusted. Did you have to ruin what was shiny? Now it's all rusted.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Graham Construction Xfinity Series live from Watkins Glen as we bring you some Tuesday night action. I'm Byron Jones, joined alongside Woody Woodward. Man, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing great, Byron. I'm excited to be here today. Hey, the Fireball is going to ride in the booth tonight.
Most definitely, man. We got you out here. You're typically racing, but you decided to join us up in the booth tonight. It's going to be fun. Can't wait to see what the action is going to bring us. But right now, 24 of Fletcher Quigley is sitting on the pole position.
Yeah, most definitely. Fletcher's been pretty good at this track. He's been doing some great practice and everything. And then we got Nicholas Pressey, qualifying number 2 there so far.
Yeah, alongside Sheldon. I mean, not many guys are qualifying. I would say about half the field is qualified so far. Kind of an interesting move we are seeing. It is a road course, as some would say. Well, all would say road course is tough, and I don't think you want to be that top dog leading into one, especially with a huge pack right behind you.
Hey, most definitely. And, you see in there starting in fourth, Mr. Tommy D and Sean Kowinski and Levi McCartney topping in the top 6 there for sure. It's going to be a tough race, fuel mileage. Got to kind of stay on some old tires probably to make it around this track. It's going to kind of be a tough one there. Hopefully, we don't see a lot of cautions tonight.
Yeah, and old tires are going to be a lot better than the new tires. We see new tires, guys are going to be slipping and sliding just about sideways early on. We were watching some qualifying. We did see a few guys lose it. And then when you get on the late runs, old tires become your best friends,
Oh,
especially
most definitely.
less fuel. I mean, you take that up, you get the old tires, they're a little bit grippier, and you're not sliding around as much. The only concern I would have is hitting pit road because speeding penalties could be huge coming down pit road at a track like this, not being able to see where your sort of marker is. All you know is, hey, there's a yellow line. I got to get there.
Amen on that. And, tires, gas, I think fuel's going to be the most strategy because you definitely don't want to run out of fuel somewhere on the back because it's a long way to the pits.
Yeah. And we were talking about earlier, we were chatting up about halfway. If you get through the S's, start sputtering, you're not going to be able to make it. If you find yourself maybe halfway through that carousel, you can take it to an advantage, sort of push yourself, put it in neutral. If you can put it in there fast enough. And on the last lap, that could be the key difference between a winner and a loser.
Yeah, most definitely. So they're going to have to play some good strategy. Teams are going to have to work together and they're going to have to, just strategize. And hopefully the best man comes out and wins the race tonight.
And as we are waiting for qualifying to get over with, man, what a season we've had so far. It's been a good season. Obviously, we're not too far in, but the Graham Construction Xfinity Series has brought a lot of action alongside Beef Jerky Unlimited Truck Series. You expecting any difference at a road course because this is the first one we've hit in, I believe, 2 seasons.
Oh yes, actually we didn't have one last season, so this is going to be a first. As they get ready to grid up here for sure, and looks like they are gridding now, and look like we got our top qualifiers there.
Let's go ahead and roll through the field. Sitting on pole, of course, is that 24 Fairfield Motorsports Fletcher Quigley. Sitting in second is that 94 of Nicholas Pressey. Third is the 41 of Sheldon Fettig. And fourth, rounding out your first top 2 rows, that 86 of Thomas Delago.
Yeah, Thomas D. Hey, he's a man behind the Beef Jerky Unlimited Truck Series for sure. So it's going to be interesting seeing them up there like that. Then you got Sean number 46 and Levi McCartney, and starting out in the top 6.
Rule Thane and Robert Doig gonna finish out 7 and 8.
Then you got Mr. Kerry Moore and Seven Crawford, 2 teammates there with Joe Tardif behind him and Matthew Flemings. And that looks like our top dogs there.
Yeah, it's definitely a very, very strong top 10. And throughout the entire field, 25 cars is what it's looking like we're going to have. We are currently sitting on the 88 of Brandon Ward, finding himself starting 16th. Question is, do you want to be the guys up front or do you want to be the guys in the back starting this race? Because we all know dive bombing is huge at a track like this.
Oh, most definitely. And if it was me and I was out there racing tonight, I would want to start in the back. That's exactly where I want to start at, is in the back, and watch my tires and my fuel, and just take it easy back here, because them first few turns is going to be rough, especially that 90 when you go in that very first turn.
Yeah, and you're speaking of the turns. Once we get the cars rolling out, we'll sort of explain what the turns are, what we're going to call them, so you guys don't get confused. And yeah, I mean, this is excellent race. Can't wait to call this one. It's going to be a lengthy one, 50 laps. You going to be able to hold on that long, Woody?
Hey, Fireball's going to be trying his best there. As the cars come down into the first turn there, the 90 there. That's going to be the tricky one on the start there as they come up on that 90 right there. You can see it's banked a little bit there. So then they're going to come out of it and got a little short shoot. Then they'll be heading over into the S's.
Yeah, there you go. S's, that is 2 through 4 is about what it's gonna look like. Could be wrong. I believe it is 2 and 3 actually. That's what we call the S's. What they are currently going up this huge hill that they don't know what's on the other side of it. They don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, it can all go bad very fast. And now this is the section, the backstretch. This one's going to be the one where you see a lot of runs happen, guys going side by side. But then, of course, they hit the most famous part of the track, the bus stop. And I think that's where we're going to see a lot of incidents happen. Plus, all cautions that are full course cautions are going to have to get called by the admins tonight.
Hey, for sure, and then they come out of that bus stop, they're going to hit the carousel and come down that chute. And that's going to be like a drag straight there.
Yeah, about two prime places to pass. I wouldn't want to do it in the bus stop, but you're going to see about 3 or 4 guys try to dive it in and get it done in the bus stop. Obviously, like you said, this carousel, this one's a tough one too. Guys go sliding through. They get on that gas too fast. They could find themselves running the boot part of the track.
Hey, most definitely. And you just see there was a little banking there. So hopefully you'll see a lot of them probably stay on the inside there for sure and kind of take it easy. And but then you got that long shoot, and that's where that drag race is going to happen at.
Yeah, and we've seen it in real life. We've seen Brad Keselowski give nudges. We've seen Chase Elliott try to give nudges to Truex. That's where most of the battle is going to happen, especially on that last lap. And then you come through 6 and 7, as we like to call it, short shoot. And then you come around for the most famous last turn that sort of ends it all. And that's sort of a make or break deal on whether or not you're going to be that first car to cross the line, because that one's also slippery. But pace car is going to pull off. We are getting ready to go green here. Fletcher Quigley gets an excellent jump. Looking at the back here of the 01 of Brian Kaufman heading in the 1.
Hey, good boogly woogly. Hey, we got us a race going on. They go down in turn one.
Oh,
Oh, Lord, look at that. Oh, they're off the
yeah.
track.
Man, I thought the wreck was going to happen in the back of the pack, but it happened very early on as 24 Fletcher Quigley got caught up in that, as we're going to quickly take a look at it. Green start, Quigley looking like he's all fine. Oh, 94,
Whoa.
Nicholas just, wow. 94 just sent it in there and said, hey, you know what? Send me some action. But here we go. Side by side, you see Fletcher has lost a lot of time and some back damage, that 0-1.
Oh, most definitely there. He's got some damage there. And that looked like, was it Tommy D that was involved in that wreck?
Yeah,
Number 86?
I believe Thomas DeLago may have been involved, but look at this. 24 Fletcher already making huge work. Yeah, there you go. Thomas DeLago all beaten up in that front rear end. Unfortunately, he got involved in that situation, but when you look at a track like this, aero is a huge factor. There's a huge pile up
Oh,
in
another
the
big wreck.
chute. Man, we expected
And
cautions to happen early on. Did you expect it this early, Woody?
oh no, I definitely didn't expect it that early. And Levi made it through there, but looked like he was involved a little bit there for sure. I couldn't tell who I was there. And 48's getting out of
Oh,
control right there. Oh, there he went. 48 around. Oh Lord, what a wreck.
so it looks like Joe Tardif sort of started it. Robert Doyle was helping him around, but not too much. Obviously, that was a lot of Joe. But that is going to
Yeah,
be the very first full course caution we have of the night.
yeah, Yeah, it looked like the 86 shoved the 28 into the 94 there and got them around. I mean, the 48 there for sure. So, you know, tough break for those guys. You know, I think we only have one fast repair tonight.
Yeah, one fast repair, so they got to use it wisely. Are they gonna sort of take advantage of something like that, especially the guys that got hit early on? As you see, wow, Nicholas Pressey not doing too half bad on the fact that he sort of collected that first wreck. Right side's only damaged a little back end, but we are looking at the 46 of Sean Kastritza, which is gonna lead this race. How about that? Sort of a guy that was starting in the back, now finding himself in the front. What do you do in this situation?
Hey, I trying to take it easy there, and I love that John Deere scheme he's got for sure. It brings back old memories back on the farm with my grandpa there for sure. But hey, he's doing pretty good. He just got to take it easy and play some strategy, and hopefully stay out of trouble.
Yeah, let's just hope his John Deere contract doesn't include him needing to mow the lawn mid race here. But yeah, I mean, they're coming down. Do you take tires this early on, or are you going to wait? Or if you're a guy that needs a fast repair, are you taking that now too? And I mean, extra lap or two of gas could be very helpful in this situation.
Yeah, if it was me, I'd probably come down pit lane, take my fast repair from tore up pretty bad. I leave my tires on there, and I'd top off with fuel. That'd be the only thing I'd do.
Yeah, as we are looking at 77 of 7, man, that
Oh,
car
he
is
is tore
beaten
up.
up. Yeah, he's missing his front end already. We're only two in. He's missing his front end.
Yeah, that Ford's got his name, Fix or Repair Daily, right?
Yeah, fix or repair daily. I love it.
Goes
Or
into the
found
pits.
on Road Dead, which is what we could
Amen.
potentially see later tonight.
Yeah, this
But
is going to be a tough race for sure. You know, the caution out already, and we've only got what 2 laps in, maybe three.
yeah, we are only two in. This is a very long race we got ahead of us. But looking down here on pit road, love to take a quick second and say huge thank you to Brad Kirby being able to make these cameras make them look so good every week. As you see, guys are getting their tires changed and taking advantage of their one free fast repair.
Oh, most definitely. There's we've seen look like Diago Tommy D come out. There comes 7. I'll repair it up and ready to go, and Brandon Ward right after him.
Yeah, let's see here really quickly. See if we can pull him up. Let's get Mr. Brad Kirby in here, which I believe is sitting 13th right now.
All righty.
Hey, Brad, it's Byron and Woody up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Man, it looks like you got a beaten up race car there on the right side. Early on, do you expect a caution to happen this fast?
We were expecting probably some turmoil in turn one. That's why I even laid back on the qualifying. I was well content with starting in the back. I got through 3/4 of that whole lap without any problems whatsoever, and then I guess I just got tagged by somebody coming across just a little bit. It didn't seem too bad. Only 10 seconds of damage, so I fixed it. Um, Car's driving straight and it's driving great, so I'm happy with it.
And I love the paint scheme you got on there. You got sort of a backstory for us on how it came to be?
Well, I just thought with the theme being with New York and everything, we're racing at Watkins Glen, and the only thing around here in Canada that has anything to tie in with New York is New York fries. So I figured that's going to be my paint scheme, and then of course we got to have the Don because we all want him to win in 2024 again. So even as a Canadian, I hope he gets back in. So that's.
Of course, man. We'll let you head back into your race. Best of luck to you for the rest of it.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck, Brad.
And that was the 10 of Brad Kirby. Not off to a hot start, as some would say, but he got himself off to a good start. As we do roll back to this 46s, it looks to be pace lights are off the car, so we're going to be going green this time by Woody.
Oh, most definitely. Hey, we got 46 there in first place, 94 coming in behind him there in second there, getting ready to come down to the green, and we'll get ready to let this go here.
Sean Kashitza versus Nicholas Pressey. One versus the New Yorker, which I believe is what he is I could be wrong about that, but I believe he is a New Yorker. And man, this is going to get very, very interesting. And the great part I love of this is the guy's got the inside lane. The leader has the inside, unlike some other games, not going to name it. But yes, they do have the advantage. But how much of an advantage is that? Because we saw it happen last time. Nicholas dove it in, got a hold of the 24, Fletcher Quigley, and sort of sent him back pretty fast.
Most of those definitely. And then one you got to look out for is that car sitting back there in fourth place. It's Mr. Kerry Moore, the sponsor of this race with Graham Construction there, because he did pretty good last night. I heard he won one of the practice races last night. So we got to kind of keep an eye on Mr. Kerry Moore. Here we're getting ready to go green here coming up here.
Yep. Kastritza does have the inside. This is an advantage, but also a disadvantage. But guys to keep a look at. I mean, obviously, this is a huge field. Guys are going to send it in. But how much to an extent are we going to find them sending it in? And could we see another caution happen very, very early on?
I believe we might see another one if they don't want to lay back a little bit and kind of, get a little gentleman's agreement here. Hey, let's get through turn one, turn two. Let's kind of, get it in the S's there a little bit, and let's kind of get a single file here. Here we go, green, boogly, boogly, boogly. Here we go.
Kastritza, Pressey side by side, Chevy and Ford going in the one. Does Pressey learn from his last mistakes? Yes, he will. Going to be nice and easy coming through the S's. Guys are getting slippery in the back.
Yeah, Kerry Moore went wide there coming into that turn right there as they coming up the little S's there, coming up the hill there and going around into towards the back straight.
Riding with the 01 of Brian Coffin, as we do have this beautiful shot right here of the bus stop. You'll slowly see these guys come in the frame. There you go. Let's see any mad chaos that could ensue. Guys are playing nice, though. How about that? We are going to make it through the bus stop with ease.
Yes, sir. Very well going through there. Nice, clean. Everybody's good and kind of taking the time now and going single file.
Riding with the 94 of Nicholas Pressey. He's under fire by that 60 of Rule Thane and that 43 of Cole Thomas. Now starting to apply pressure, but that is allowing the 46 of Sean Kastritza to try to break some room off them.
Yeah, and it looks like they're coming to the Oh, no, they're coming down to the street there, coming around the carousel.
Yep, coming down what looks to be start finish as guys are still battling. There you go. Now starting the single file off. We knew this was going to happen early on. Didn't expect it to happen this early, but how about that? 24 of Fletcher Quigley is going to be able to get his position. He's finding fourth place as we did get word that Brandon Ward may have spun it around.
Yeah. Let's go back there to Brandon Ward and see what caused that crash back there. Him and Tommy D's together there. And then Brandon's coming down. And he's turning there. Whoa, there he went. There, took a big slide there. And he didn't get hit, so he got to be able to get turned around and just got a turn caution there.
Yeah, so unfortunate for him, but catching back up with Quigley. He is making time fast. Chevy, Ford, Chevy is your top four right now. Quigley now ready to battle Presley side by side coming through the chute.
Here he comes. They got Quigley as we call him here, carrying up everybody. My 94 there on Sean. So, whoa, Sean kind of locks the brakes up a little bit. Quigley comes inside on him, or
Quigley,
outside.
Yep, Quigley going to be able to get around it very fast. He's now going to take off, but Presley starting to fall off fast. Does tire lockup sort of present an issue for what they're trying now, a very, very long run?
Yeah, it kind of takes the momentum out of yourselves a little bit when you lock it up there and you kind of lose it there. And you kind of take your time as we look out the windshield. Fletcher Quigley, Quigley, as we call him in the lounge there. So he's coming up the hill there, heading towards the loops there.
Man, I can't get over such the great shots that they give. I would love to pull up, I believe it is the dashboard, sort of see what they're running speed-wise and how much these guys are really putting into the car, seeing what gears they're hitting as they are rolling through the bus stop right now. Going about 80 miles an hour. That is super slow for these types of cars as they are now rolling through the carousel, getting ready to hit the chute.
Yeah, and it's going to be a drag race there. Come, Sean. I thought Sean was going to get him there, but Tuck in 46. Oh, here comes Quigley. He's heading towards second place.
Quigley, where did he come from? Now making his way around that 43, and he is all over the back bumper of that 46, trying to apply some sort of pressure on him.
Yeah, I believe Quigley's fixing to live up to his name because he's fixing to quickly pass him. He is going to get him, but before this lap is over with, Quigley will get him, and he'll be in first place as we go into the first turn.
There you go. That was the attempt of the first outbreak, but he's going to slow up just a bit now, working his way into the S's, trying to gain some sort of time. Like we said, tires are slick early on in these types of runs, but do get better as the tires get old, so expect to see Quigley get more aggressive. But it looks to be now top two have broken off away from the top three have slowly starting to break away from fourth and fifth.
Yeah, it's going to be a race. It looks like the bus stop they're coming through right there. Whoa, I thought Quigley was going to get into him.
Yeah, Quigley now starting to be aggressive. He wants that position. He's trying everything he can. Rolling through at 85 miles an hour. Now rolling back into the chute all over that 46, trying to use that draft to his advantage.
Yeah, he is. I believe he might get him here before he gets back to the start-finish line as they coming in on the next turn here.
Nope, he is going to think better of it, sort of back off, not going to dive bomb it just yet. As I say that, thinking about it, nope, he's going to back it off, but expect to see a dive bomb in one if he can get close enough.
All right, let's take a look as they come up to the start-finish line, heading down to turn one, the 90. Let's see if he does it right here. He backs off a little bit. Mr. Quigley. He hits the rumble strips as he heads wide on him. He's up on his rear.
46 is Sean Kashritza trying to get too aggressive, found himself almost sideways for a second, still battling side by side. I mean, they're trying everything they can. Quigley now getting loose, coming through the S's. These guys are trying everything they can to outrun one another, but they're still sticking very, very close to each other as they have almost gained over a second over third, which was just 3/10 behind one lap ago.
Yeah, and it looks like number 94, I think that's Sean there. He's kind of moving up to third place a little bit more. And oh, Lord, I done lost my car here. But as they come up through the turns there.
Yeah, 94 of Nicholas Pressey. He's trying to get himself back into this equation. He's looked like a very, very fast race car right now. As you see, 24 Fletcher trying to dive it low, seeming like he's not being able to do much. It's just sort of an effect of him playing nice, or you think it's just tough to get around at a track like this with how condensed the track is? As I say that, they're going side by side down through the start stripes.
Yeah, I think he's going to get him in the 90 coming up here. I think he's going to get him as Fletcher quickly takes over. Quickly is in the first place.
Quigley making a very aggressive move into the 90. Now going to move up through the S's. The 46 of Sean Kastritza now on the attack, trying to apply pressure to that Chevy of that 24. But it seeming like now he's starting to fall off. 94 of Nicholas Pressey going to attempt to catch him now. 46 falling off very, very fast down the back straight.
Yeah, no Quigley there. He's definitely coming on, and it looks like he is pulling away from the field. He is look like he's put about a second and a half ahead of second place.
Yeah, already created a second as now you see a three-way battle for second place between the 46 of Sean Kastritza, 94 of Nicholas Pressey, and the 43 of Cole Thomas. Guys are getting slippery coming out of the carousel.
Yeah, and I think Mr. Quigley there, I think his tires are just now coming in, so he's ready to go. He's still pulling away from the field.
Yeah, Quigley doing an excellent job, but Nicholas, I mean, he's trying everything he can. If he can attempt to get around this 46, and if he can do it down the front stretch, you think he'll be able to have enough time to catch Quigley, or you think, it's sort of a lost cause at this point? These guys are already finding themselves battling for second, only 10 laps in.
Well, he looked like he's trying to make it turn in the 90 there. If they stay green, I don't think nobody's going to catch Quigley.
The 43 of Cole Thomas. 43 of Cole Thomas was able to get around the 94 of Nicholas Pressey. Now Cole is applying the attack on that 46 of Sean Kastritza. 94 Nicholas Pressey does have a lot of rear end damage. Does that come into a play of a situation like this, especially down the chute and the back straight?
Yeah, that's about the only place it's going to be is on kind of a long stretch there or something. But as far as the rest of the course? No, because it looked like he's fixing to take him over. Thomas fixing to pass him here within the next couple turns if he gets him right here. And there he goes. He got him.
Yep, Cole Thomas successfully able to pass that 46. As I say that, Sean now trying to attempt do something, nothing. Nicholas Presti now back into this battle once again, has fallen off twice, but finds himself right back in this battle. 43, 46, trying the battle side by side, but that 46 just starting to lose momentum, coming out of 7, making their way back down the straightaway.
Yeah, and he coming down to the front stretch there, coming down past the start finish line, heading into the 90. And looks like don't look like anybody's trying to dive in deep on there. Is quickly just
Ooh,
we got a car in the wall.
that
Number
looks to be
16.
Ethan Woodward.
Yeah,
Woodward
Mr.
must
Woodward.
have spun him around. Very unfortunate. Let's see what
As
happened
we
here.
go driving the Caterpillar machine. Whoa, he just lost
Oh,
it.
man, it seems like he just got back in the gas way too fast and just whipped him right around. Unfortunate for him, but wow, how about this? We catch back 43 of Cole Thomas already created a gap on that 46 and 94. I mean, he's now starting to drive away.
Yeah, Cole is catching. Look like Quigley there. He looked like he's catching him up a little bit. So he might have a little bit more under that hood than we thought.
Yeah, he stayed within a second and a half between the 24 and 43. These guys haven't changed much, but Nicholas Presti, now he's starting to get under fire from that 41 of Sheldon Fittig. Yeah, he's now trying to attempt to apply pressure on that 94 and get around him. He is starting to drop very, very fast.
Hey, we got
Well,
Fletcher heading down pit row. Look like Fletcher's done heading into the pits. Must be filling up here. Let's see what he takes.
that was an interesting move. Getting in and out fast, though. I like it. Different strategy, but that's going to put the 43 of Cole Thomas up in the lead. 17 positions gained so far in this race. I believe he is the hardest charger of the night. How about that? But the 41-94 is still trying to go at it through the S's.
Yeah, they are. And, look like the 41's got a little damage in the rear end right there, but I don't think he cares about that. He's heading towards that front.
Yeah, both of them both have rear end damage. 94 does have front end damage too, so that could hurt him, but it's seeming like it's not affecting him too much as they're not losing time at all on everyone else behind them. They almost got a 3-second gap up to 5th, which is the 60 of Rule Thane.
Yeah, and Thomas has got a 1.5-second gap over second place and 4 seconds over Presley. So we got a little room there. And we got Kerry Moore done moved up into 5th, and Richler in 6th, and Kaufman in 7th, and Tommy D up in 8th.
Sheldon Fittig disappeared. I think he may have wrecked his race car because when we looked back from that 94 Nicholas Presti, he was nowhere in sight. He may have spun it coming out of the carousel.
Yeah, he looked like he might have spun out there for sure.
Yep,
Yeah,
there we
right
go.
there he got around. Whoa,
Yep.
what a big damage on the rear end.
Like we said, those little effects of getting back in the gas way too fast hurts them. But now as they're looking, I mean, they're trying everything they can, and 41's now trying to sort of do anything at this point to keep his car alive.
Hey, yeah, we got our sponsor of the race down pit row, Mr. Kerry Moore. He's going into the pits there, and I don't know if he's refueling or getting tires or just fuel.
Yeah, I think at this point, guys got to come down for fuel and tires is what would be my guess. But then again, from the sounds of it, these guys only need 13 laps of gas. So then again, it may not be too much of an effect. We could be looking at guys right now like this 43, 46, or 94, sort of playing that fuel strategy, trying to go the long way. Doesn't seem like they're pushing their car too much. Then again, I could be very, very wrong.
Yeah, they might be pushing it a little far, but you also got to remember we had some caution laps there too, so they probably saved some fuel out there, and that's the reason he's taking and waiting a little while to pit, before, later on.
Yeah, it looks like that 41 still stuck in pit road. 16 getting ready to pull himself back out on pit road. Guys that used up their faster pair early on now finding themselves in a heap of trouble later on in this race when they make little mistakes like this. This race is all about patience. Guys need to be constant. They can't slip up. If they do, that's going to hurt their time. That could hurt their tires and potentially hurt their race.
Yeah, and our was leader, Mr. Quigley, he's came out in I think 13th place after he pitted there, so he's got a long way to go unless all these other cars pit in front of him there for sure.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. I mean, he had such a great night. He was trying everything he can, starting to get up. And as we're looking here, battle between the 94 and 46, these guys are starting to get close, tightened up, starting to find themselves in a little bit of a battle, but not too much as guys are they're playing nice, but how long do you play nice as they have a 7-second gap over that 60 now?
Yeah, this is going to be a whoops. Is that the leader running out of gas, or what happened to him?
I think he may have got loose coming out of that. Wow. So now you got a three-way battle for the first place position. It's the 46 of Sean Kastritza now able to claim his lead back once again. He's got the lead, but how long? That 43 Cole Thomas already looking to make a hard charge back to that first place.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, Cole got loose coming off the track. It looked like I don't know. We can go back and look at that, but that's okay. But he got off the track, so as we go back and take a look at Cole as he's coming around the turn there,
Oh,
and he got off in the grass. Ooh, got into the marbles too, so he's got to clean those tires off a little bit.
how about that save, though? I mean, you thought at that point those guys
Yeah.
would have gone around, but he was able to save it. As you see now, he's making a dive inside, battle for the lead, 43-46. 43, Cole Thomas now able to break away, and he is going to take off. New leader, 43, once again.
Most definitely, and Cole Dustley must have got those tires and cleaned off and got all those marbles out of them because he's done went back towards the front.
Yeah, I think at this point, if you do need to come down for gas, I would do it. Come down for gas, come down for tires, try to help yourself because at this point, I mean, if your tires are blown, then it's not going to help your situation at all.
Now, as we get a shot of the rear end cam there of looking at the springs and everything, the way the car is traveling on the track, and trying to see if we can see much of a brake being used there, but I don't see any brake being used at all right there. If it is, it's mostly on the front because this is the rear end for sure.
Yeah, and just look how much those springs are working through the corners. You see the difference in elevations as they're going. You can see how much that string is stretching on the car, sort of trying to keep it on the track, and the
Yeah,
car's
you
not being
can.
able to keep up.
Yeah, you can almost tell which way they're turning when you see that spring go low. You know they're making a left-hand turn or a right-hand turn, depends on what camera angle that was.
Yeah, 43, Cole Thomas now making his way through the bus stop into the carousel. He has now created a second of a gap between him and the 46. 94, 2 seconds off the pace. Cole Thomas just being utterly dominant right now.
Most definitely. And I see Quigley's done moved up to 10th place, so he's heading back towards the front.
Yeah, 233 of Tony Wrestler finding himself battling in fifth between the 86 of Thomas Delago and the 01 of Brian Kaufman. These guys finding themselves in a little bit of a heap of trouble, but still not within enough gap to sort of create any sort of tension or any sort of battle to really hurt them.
Now they're trying to take their time, trying to stay good and clean, and trying to keep it single file. And take your
Oh,
time is what we got to do on this track. And try to be there.
it looks like the 10 of Brad Kirby did
And we
come
got
down
Ethan
pit
Woodard.
road.
One had a crash.
Yeah, Ethan Woodward once again. I mean, he spun it twice now. That's unfortunate. I mean, that's the worst thing to have to happen to you as a driver is get that car spun around twice in one race. And he's got to hope that he can get that thing back up and rolling pretty quick.
Yeah, he took out 41 when he slid and put 41 up in the air doing a replay we just seen there. I didn't want to interrupt you on that replay, but that was a bad crash.
Yeah, as we're looking now, the battle between the 233 and the 01. The 86 of Thomas Delago successfully made his way around Tony, but now Tony's under fire from the 01 of Brian. I mean, at this point, are you letting them by or are you sort of battling them, hoping that your tires don't fall off too much?
Let them by right now if it was me. I'd be waiting to the last 10 laps of the race to really start pushing toward the front.
We'll have to see what he does
Because
in
this
this
is a
situation as they are coming across the start stripes. Only getting close to 20 in. We're only at 19. it's still a long way to go, Woody.
Yeah, got a long way to go. And see another car almost get off track there as we're there in the back there. But things are going, and a long.
Yeah, definitely a long race. And that's what these guys got to keep in mind when they find themselves battling or when they find themselves side by side with someone. They got to realize, hey, 50 lap race for only 20 in, 19 in. I mean, you got to be smart. As Tony is now starting to create some sort of gap on this 01 of Brian, could be effects of his tires getting better or the 01 just starting to make mistakes throughout the track. But Tony trying to reel in that 86 Thomas Delago.
Yeah, Tommy's gonna be hard to pass if he catches him. I'll tell you that because Tommy's a good defensive and offensive driver. So it's gonna be hard to pass him. He's not gonna give it up easy.
Yeah, Thomas having one heck of a night, running right now in the 5th place position. I mean, he's making time and he's doing great, but the only guy I can sort of see a threat to him right now is the 24 of Fletcher Quigley, which I believe has now made his way up in the 9th place. So he's hard charging his way back. He's wanting these positions as now he's finding himself getting ready to get to the back end of this 8 of Matthew Fleming. Coming
Yeah,
up.
and he's actually about a second faster than everybody else in the field. So I guess he got some new scuffed in or got some scuffs because he's definitely.
Yeah, as you see there, Fletcher now being able to find himself in a battle between this 8 of Matthew Fleming now side by side through the carousel. Matthew now starting to fall off a lot. Fletcher going to be able to break away. Fletcher now into 8th place looking for more. I think he's got the speed and I think he's got the time to catch him.
I believe he's got plenty of time to catch him, and I believe within he's in 8th place now. I say within 5 more laps he'll be up in the top 3. The way Fletcher's driving.
And we're going to take you guys to a quick Graham
Call him
Construction.
quick for nothing.
Most definitely. We're going to take you guys to a quick Crank It Up presented by Graham Construction. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. These guys going to get loud. Hope you guys did enjoy that. Crank It Up. Obviously, excellent whenever it gets to do. You get to hear the sounds of the engines rolling, but we are catching up with the battle between the 233 of Tony and the 86 of Thomas Delago. Tony, almost 3/10 faster than the 86 of Thomas Delago, trying to catch him with heat, but we are hearing that the 46 may be running low on fuel. 43 now going to pull it on down pit road. I believe the 43 was actually the one getting low on pit road. 233 going around Tony. Head going everywhere. Tony gonna spin it. He's rolling off the track. Does that present a situation that he gets back on the pit road? Excellent save by the 233 of Tony. He's gonna keep rolling. So it looks
Sean
to be
Kosciuszko look like he's coming down pit row, or
94 Nicholas Presley now going to assume the lead with the 24 Fletcher Quigley finding himself up to fourth place. He's making headway and making headway fast as he did come down, did pit, did grab his tires. So that's going to help him later in this run as the 10 of Brad Kirby just spun it around. We'll have to go back, check that replay. There we go. Unfortunate. Brad gonna call it quits for the night, but the 94 of Nicholas Presley being able to take off. But like we said, 24 of Fletcher Quigley now presenting sort of a issue between this 94. So is this 94 now in fuel save mode, or is this 94 in aggressive mode, hoping that he can come down, get his tires and fuel before Fletcher can catch him?
yeah, I told you Quigley would be up there in the top 3, top 4, maybe top 5 in the next 2 or 3 laps. And hey, he's already up in P4 now and ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. Fletcher now finding himself in a battle between the 86 of Thomas Delago, fighting for what looks to be third place through the S's. Fletcher making such a great time. Woody, what do you do if you're the 86? Are you going to let him by? Are you going to find yourself battling for a bit with that 60 of Rule Thane also right in front of him?
I wouldn't battle him too much because, he's got new tires and everything. And Tommy, I'm pretty sure, is still on the same set. So he's going to be a little bit faster as he comes down through there in the curve there. And he might take him here in the next couple.
Yeah, Fletcher now down.
Quickly is coming up through the pack.
Yes, for sure. Quigley is being very quick right now as he's finding himself now on the back bumper of the 86 of Thomas Delago, looking to the inside through 7. Now he's got it. He's going to be able to take off, getting a little bit loose from the 86 of Thomas. But now, next guy up on his list is the 60 of Rural Thane as the 94 Nicholas Presley looks like he's going to find himself on down pit road. He's calling it quits. He's going to pull it down very, very quick. 24
We
rolling.
got that one stop compared to the other 94s.
Oh, looks like somebody's around
We
on
got
the
somebody
back
else off the
straight.
track.
24-60 side by side going through the bus stop. We're going to catch up on that wreck really quickly. Ooh, 23 just lost it, slammed the wall, went around. Thank goodness this is virtual because that would have been a very, very hard hit for him.
Yes, he would have. A very hard bid. Trevor tried to save it.
You see now 24 of Fletcher Quigley going to assume the lead. 60 of Rule Thane now finding himself in second. Now a battle between him and the 86. Guys are starting to get aggressive late into this race. At what point, as I said, I think the 60 is getting ready to pull on down pit road. That's going to allow the 86 to get by him with ease, Woody.
Yeah, and there we come down in pit row and there, and look like fooling away again. He's done exactly.
So we ride on with the 86 of Thomas Delago through the S's. Looks like he does have the 01 of Brian Kaufman right behind him. Thomas being very, very strong at a track like this, finding himself second, finding him where he needs to be, just 2 positions from where he qualified, which was 4th. Thomas making excellent, excellent work, but Fletcher now out to a 2.5 second gap after passing Thomas Delago only 2 laps to go.
Yeah, Fletcher's very quick. That's why they gave him the nickname Quick. He's good about every track he goes to. So he's doing good out there.
And at what point do you sort of see him having to deal with lap traffic as somebody is going around back there? Looks like Brandon Burt. Oh, unfortunate for Brandon. Someone I know, such a great racer, just spun it around, probably got in the gas too fast as more guys are pulling it on down pit road. What looks to be the 86 and the 01 alongside a few others. Pit stops and pit road is getting very, very busy.
Yeah, and I believe Fletcher might have to take one more pit stop for fuel. Looks like he got another car there to kind of slow down, or if he was just coming out of the pits there. So Fletcher just went flying by him there.
I think Fletcher's okay with this field. I could be wrong. We did say field was about maybe 40, 36 laps. So these guys are finding themselves coming down if they did the strategy early on at 13, maybe 15 laps. As I believe Brandon Bird did go around once again. Actually, no, he jumped to the pits. Unfortunate for him. He's going to have to get it towed. Must have not been able to fire the car up fast enough. But this 24, Fletcher quickly just absolutely dominating the field right now. Next guy in line is the 43, Cole Thomas.
Yeah, Cole's way back there too. It was about 2 seconds, 3 seconds behind him for sure. As Fletcher almost loses it right there in that turn there. He got a little sideways, but he saved it there for sure.
Yeah, not finding himself in much of a battle, but the 94 of Nicholas Pressey and the 46 of Sean Kashutza are finding themselves faster than the leader right now, almost running a second faster. These guys are running really, really quick. Expect to see them maybe try to apply some sort of pressure on this 24. Cole being 13 seconds out, he is also running faster than the leader by almost 2 seconds, Woody.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens there, but they got new tires and everything. Probably if they got them good and scuffed in and everything, they should be able to try to catch him there for sure. But to ride with quickly as he's heading through the S's there for sure. You know, he's driving the far out of that car and he don't want to slow down.
Yeah. And we were riding with Cole, he did gain 2 seconds in running his fastest lap of the race and the fastest lap between everybody else, a 1:15. Woody, you think you'd be able to be even match up with that? I think about it and it's nuts. Guys are running 1:15s. I find myself running 1:17s, and I thought I was good at this track.
It would take me 3 minutes to drive this track. What you talking about? If I drove it without running off the track.
So you're gonna find yourself being like that little taxi cab that's like, "Hey, get out of my way, I'm coming through."
Really, because I be and we're back to 5th place. We got the Beer Nuts car going there for sure. And I can't tell exactly who that is from my view at this present time. It's the 01 coming around him on the inside there.
Yeah, Brian Kaufman being able to get around very fast around that 8 of Matthew Fleming. I believe those two did come down pit road together, so they are on the same amount of tires and fuel. But with how fast that 01 caught that 8, I believe that 8 just came down for either right sides or left sides, or just came down for fuel. As you see, the 01 did lock up his brakes just a little hidden in that corner.
Oh, yeah, there got Brandon Burt crashing again over there. He's turned her around again.
Man, so unfortunate for him as we are going to head over to Mr. Zerk right now. Man, he's got a beat up race car right now, missing his front end.
Whoa! I believe he might be missing a radiator now.
He could be missing just about his entire engine at this point.
As we go to the 73 car coming along riding with him, and say, oh, there he goes. He gets sideways and crashes in there. Oh, he hits it twice, hit the safety barrier, but tore it. Oh, his hood's gone.
Oh, wow. That, you love it, right? You love it when the guys tear off their hoods. They get rough, they get aggressive, and sometimes they just get on the gas way too fast. We did talk about early on tires, very, very slick for these drivers. You think they're getting too aggressive too fast as we do ride with the 94 of Nicholas Pressey, trying to gain some sort of time. He's down to 4 seconds of a gap between the 43 Cole Thomas.
Yeah, he's trying to catch him for sure. He just got to keep it on the track and kind of keep them tires on the ground without sliding them. I believe he'll get back up there and hopefully make it back towards the front and try to give Quigley a little run for his money up there.
Nicholas now making his way through the S's. He is the fastest car on the track with last time by a 15:57. Leaders ran a 16:01. So And of course, these are in 1 minutes. Don't get confused. They are not running 16 seconds around this track. If they were, I would be scared. But Nicholas making a he's a hard charger right now. He's trying everything he can. He's making headway and he's getting closer and closer to the 24. Do you just think there's enough time being 30 laps in, 20 to go?
It's going to be close as he passes Brandon Ward there on the inside going into the turn there. Looks like Brandon's off the pace quite a bit there. But yeah, it's going to be a tough one. If they stay green the rest of 20 laps, it's going to be hard to catch the leader.
Yeah, Nicholas just trying everything. You see, he can see that 43 in his front windshield. He's got him into one. He's within, like we said, a second, now down to 2 seconds. He's making headway. He's making headway fast. You see the 88 Brandon Ward just absolutely overshoots corner one. Going to find himself off the track, makes a little bounce off that safer barrier, but he is going to get himself back on the track. I'm sorry, not the safety barrier, the tires. He's going to find himself back on track. 43, 94, now within sight. What do you do in this position?
24, he just needs to drive his race and just don't watch his mirror. Just drive his race, hit his lines. 43 runs off the track a little bit there, but you just got to keep your lines and try to stay calm.
Yeah, 94 of Nicholas now being able to get in. What sounds to be the 43 of Cole did lose some time getting off the track, but it looks to be Trevor Zalesny did crash. That's unfortunate. Chicken. I believe we can get the replay here. Very, very unfortunate for him. He was running such a great race too. 43. Oh, looked like he was getting a little sideways too. Here we go.
Comes 23.
Oh, yep.
Yo.
Just overshot it, got the wall. He went into outer space with that one. Very, very unfortunate for him. But 43, 94 finding themselves really, really close here. A tight battle between these two as they are making their way through the S's.
Yeah, 94 done caught him.
The 43 had a huge lockup heading into the 90. Now finding his way through the S's, now starting to create some sort of gap on that 94 I Love New York paint scheme. You see it. Gap starting to increase now. 43 being able to drive away, making his way into the bus stop.
Yeah, and we're going to have 18 laps to go when we come back around to the start-finish line for sure. So it's, whoa, there you got off the track again a little bit there as they bring it in there, coming into the carousel.
I think they're now starting to get aggressive. They're starting to think, hey, this is crunch time. This is where I need to take off. I think they're taking off way too early. Still got well over 20, 15 laps left in this race. We did say 18, 19. So these guys, I mean, how aggressive and how late are you waiting to be aggressive? As you see, 94 huge, closing the gap, huge, coming out of 7 and on down the front stretch.
Oh, yeah, he's closing that gap for sure. They've got to take their time because, the time to really start pushing is the last 5 to 6 laps. That's when you really want to start pushing your car, going towards the front. You want to save those tires as much as you can and wait till those last 5 or 6 laps.
94 of Nicholas Presley did wheel hop a little heading into the 90. Now finding his way through the S's. A huge gap now out to a second between him and the 43 of Cole Thomas as now they're getting around lap cars as we are finding out this is battle for the lead for the 24 of Fletcher Quigley must have stopped or must have spun it out somewhere in the back as now this is it. This is the battle for the lead. Hearing now Fletcher did pit for 2 tires. So he must have needed gas or his tires were out and he just had to compensate for something.
Yeah, and the leaders don't look like they got to stop again. So they could make it all the way on the fuel and everything. So they just got to drive their race.
This is it. This is the battle. Next guy's behind him, 13 seconds, and that's the 46 of Sean Kastritza and the 24 of Fletcher Quigley, finding themselves very, very close with those right side tires. Do you think that gives him an advantage, or do you think that sort of hurts him at a track like Watkins Glen using both sides?
I don't know. It depends on what he took the first time.
I believe he came down for 4 the first time, and he did come down for 4 the second time, so he's starting to make headway. Do you think it's enough headway? 13 seconds is what he needs to make up as he is running very, very quick between these leaders. And I don't know. I don't think he has enough time. Then again, a second per lap, he finds himself battling the leaders, if not overtaking the leaders, as he successfully makes his way around the 46 of Sean Kostritza through the 90, now up through the S's.
Yeah, and he's pulling away too. So, and then we go up to the leader there. He's about a second and a half in front of Sean there, number 94, and they're coming through the turns there. So they're going to be seeing some quickly in the rear view mirror here very shortly.
So we talk about 14 seconds. We look at this 43. If we jump back to Fletcher, we'll probably see him just exiting the carousel right now, finding himself down the chute. Yep, there you go. So that's really not a lot of time, and that's easily more than enough time to make up. But like we said, with this only being one mistake, and he's got well over 16 to go, he's got more than enough time to get this done.
Yeah, he does. He's got plenty of time. He got 16 laps to go. I believe we'll see Mr. Fletcher quickly up here in first place in the next 2 laps.
Time is Fletcher's friend, but he's got to be aggressive as he has run the fastest lap this time by a 1:15.94. Leaders running a 1:16.29 and a 1:17 as Trevor Zalesny must have spun it around. There you go, right there. Once again, spun it around going down the back straight. A very, very unfortunate night for him as now I believe that is number 4, but 43.94 finding themselves within, I mean, the gap's increasing. Nicholas now out to 2.2 seconds, and he's falling off very, very fast as Fletcher is only allowing him to gain time.
I believe Nicholas is saving fuel.
That could be a present that pops up is saving the fuels. Obviously, fuel is huge at a track like this, and you got to have enough. So we're watching him. He is backing it up just a little bit with the dashboard. He's not driving too aggressive, but as we flip through the gears here, we'll have to see sort of where he's sitting if he is saving the fuel. Rolling up into 4th gear. He's pulling up. He's about 4th gear, I would say, until that end. As soon as he hits the 90, he then shifts gears. So, and he's also finding himself in a very late shift. I'm sorry, early shift. So he's shifting early, which allows to save fuel, Woody, if you didn't know, which is a huge consumer for fuel if you do shift late. If you find yourself revving and you find yourself losing fuel, somebody's going around in the back. Looks like it is going to be the 80 of Brandon Ward once again. We're going to go ahead over the replay.
Here he comes into the turn. He gets off. Oh, there he goes. Round and round he goes.
Yep. Very, very unfortunate for him. Just
I
slams
heard
the
something
wall.
about there wasn't no walls on this track, but I believe that the wall rider's name is back.
Brandon Blinky McGee, I hit the wall Ward is finding himself in the wall once again, but no worries. We love to joke about it. New fastest lap of the night. 24 of Fletcher Quigley, a 1:14.88. As the leader did come down pit road, that's questionable. I wouldn't see that. It's very interesting to see that happen in a fact of this dude was running up in the lead. He was running aggressive, running hard, but now he finds himself down pit road. Do we see the same thing happen with the 94 of Nicholas Pressey as the gap now has decreased down to 7 seconds?
Yeah, this is going to be a fun end of the race. The next 14 laps are going to be very interesting.
Yeah, there you go. Looking at the 43 of Cole Thomas, finding himself down, up back to 8th place. Man, very, very unfortunate for him. Someone out in chat asking if that was the 73 again. No, that was actually the 88 of Brandon I hit the wall Blinky McGee Ward as he spun it around coming out of the carousel, got into the gas too fast, found himself around. But we are looking at the leader, Woody. What are you doing in this situation? I mean, obviously that 24 is catching you very, very fast.
Yeah, he's 6 seconds behind him there for sure. But, 94 needs to just hit his lines, hit his marks, take his time, save a little bit of fuel, and just keep on trucking.
He's backing up more. That 94 is starting to back up. You can see him shifting through the gears. If we can pull up that dashboard once again, you find himself in 4th, up to 3rd, and then he's waiting. and then he shifts down. He's not shifting almost immediately like he would, but gap decreasing very, very fast. Fletcher now down to 5 seconds, as you can see him in the rear of our drone cam.
Yeah. Presley isn't hitting fourth gear. Don't know what he's doing there, but Fletcher is definitely quick and looked like he got a little sideways there. It's kind of gotten on the gas a little bit there.
I think Nicholas was just trying to make his way through the S's. Obviously, he's not hitting fourth as much as we think he would. I don't know. Is this a product? He's rolling in third through the bus stop, and he's finding himself in third all the way through. I'm sorry, now as he shifts in the second. I mean, this is getting intense. Fletcher now down to 4 seconds and a half. He's gaining time. He's got only, I believe, 2 laps to go in this. I'm sorry, not 2. Sorry. Still got 12 to go. This is now crunch time. These guys got to start getting aggressive. They got to start thinking about what they're going to do. Is this 24 Fletcher Quigley all over? You can see his car starting to get a little bit loose. He's being aggressive now. It's crunch time for him.
Yeah, he is heading towards the lead for sure, and leaders in the pits. Leaders in the pits. Here comes Quigley. We got a new leader. Quigley is back in the lead.
Interesting move by the 94 of Nicholas. Going to find himself down pit road, as I believe the 88 of Brandon Ward did spin it again. So him talking about, oh yeah, there's no fences at Watkins Glen. Shall we give him a little remind, Woody?
Yeah, he said there was no walls at Watkins Glen. Well, Wall Rider is riding those walls.
Most definitely. We're going to rub it in as much as we can. Sorry, Brandon Ward, if you come back and rewatch this, or if you're watching this right now. But we do have a battle up here for second place between 60 of Rule Thane and the 43 of Cole Thomas coming through the S's. These guys are starting to get aggressive. Cole does have fresh tires, and he does have the fuel. Finding himself side by side, going to easily make his way around that 60 down the back street.
Yeah, they're heading up towards the turn there, and they're trying to catch Quigley up there, and they're catching him kind of quickly, it looks like. 23-second gap. Let's see if they close the gap any.
I don't think Cole's going to have enough time to close a 23-second gap. Obviously, yes, we did see Fletcher close a 14-second gap, but that was with those guys being on very, very old tires and possibly even saving fuel. I mean, we're looking here. We're also talking about, when we were talking about the dashboard earlier, we are talking about how that 94 never reached fourth gear. The 43 of Cole Thomas was finding himself in fourth gear down the chute, so the 94 must have cut his losses early, realizing that he wasn't going to have enough time, or 24 was just coming up too quick that he wasn't going to be able to do anything. So now you see this 43 of Cole Thomas trying to make his way through some lap traffic.
Yeah, as he passes the number 89 there, as he goes by with a beautiful copper and white paint scheme. 10's in the wall
10
there.
Brad Kirby.
Almost stuck somebody out, trying to back up and get turned around.
That's the worst part of a road course like this. Corners are so tight that once you start backing up, you have little to no time. And Brad just unfortunately got caught up with a huge pack coming down. He's going to lose a lot of time, especially having to back it up. As you see, 77 of 7 getting loose. The Pack McAfee show going to go off into the grass as the 43. Cole Thomas just now going to be able to take off from him. Cole got absolutely no one in his way, but he's got to make up 25 seconds in 10 laps. Do you think he can do it, Woody?
Well, if he drives like Fletcher does, he can. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, looking in the back here, what looks to be 60 and 8 are getting ready to find themselves battling. 60 Rule Thane been sitting within the top 5 all day. The 8 of Matthew Fleming up 20 positions. Woody started in 24th. Now he's sitting in 4th. You think he's going to pick up one more when this is all said and done, or maybe even 2 more?
He might get at least 1 more, or maybe 2. It depends on how he holds his line and keeps out of trouble.
Rule Thane, and now having the look, as you see the 89 going to move up for him. That's going to allow the 60 around 8 now, trying to make some sort of aggressive move, but he's starting to fall off a bit as the 60 coming through the S's. He's got about, I would say, a second gap on this 8 of Matthew Fleming. But Fleming has shown to have a lot of speed through this race, especially with the positions he's gained throughout the race. I mean, I don't know what to do in this situation, but that 8, he's trying the hard charge as he's battling an 89 side by side with that 89 is going to think better of it. Let off 8 of Matthew Fleming. Now trying everything he can, trying to sort of decrease that gap he's got. But don't count out that 86 of Thomas DeLongo now finding himself in this battle.
Yeah, well, Tommy D. Now he's a heck of a driver, so we'll see what he does coming up through here. As we're going with this. There we go. Looks like we're back to. Can't tell what place. I'm looking at second place, third place.
You are
It's
looking
94
at
makes the
5th
pass.
place.
Fifth place.
5th place of Nicholas Pressey now going to be able to get around the 86. That's going to leave next guy up on his list, the 8 of Matthew Fleming. Man, this just got down the crunch time. As you see, everybody's starting to get aggressive now. They want their positions. They want that spawn. 8 laps to go in the race. Nicholas trying just about everything he can. There may be some lockup right in front of him.
Oh yeah, this hopefully kind of keeps those tires not flat spot them for sure. We definitely don't need that because it can cause some damage out there.
Yep, that it could be a presenter of multiple situations, but the guy right now with the freshest tires on the track has got to be this 94 Nicholas Pressey. Pitting not that long ago, coming down, getting 4 fresh Eagle fuel goods and a buttload of Sunoco fuel. Well, maybe not too much, but enough to get him to the end. You do that, I mean, you leave him little of gas, new tires. He's going to be flying around this track as now he's starting to close that gap on the 8 of Matthew Fleming.
Yeah, he's gonna probably catch Matthew here in the next lap or two, and probably pass him right by. Let's just see how he holds his line there.
And just be calm, cool, and collected, like you said early on. Guys just gotta play smart. Nicholas trying everything he can, pushing the car, but can't push it too much, or he could find himself sideways. But gap now down to a second and a half. I'm sorry, yeah, a second and a half next to Matthew Fleming. Then following him, the 60 of Rule Thane. These guys are all within a 3-second gap as you're looking from the back of the 8 of Matthew Fleming.
Yeah, and I see some tire smoke come out of Matthew's car. He went in that other turn a while ago. You can see him lock him up a little bit. So let's hopefully that he can keep it going there and kind of keep going. But it looks like the 94 is going to closing in slowly on him for sure.
And could lockup sort of present a situation? You see this 94 just make an excellent run. How about this? Right on the back bumper of the 8 of Matthew Fleming through the carousel. He's looking for the inside.
Oh, yes, he takes the inside there, and he gets around him and slides it in that turn. Looks like a little dirt track in there for sure. Whoa, 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 whoa!
94 Nicholas Pressey got too aggressive, and he's going to find himself around.
Oh, no.
Wow. Went from having
Let's take a look at that again.
Yeah. Look at that. He just got right around him, and he just got back in the gas too fast, found himself right around.
Yep, because no touch whatsoever. He just got into it a little too quickly.
Yep, car looks clean from the back end, so we know that he didn't get any help. Very, very unfortunate for him, but this does present the 8 of Matthew Fleming still within a top 5 for tonight, finding himself 4th as I believe Brandon I hit the wall McGee Ward once again hit the fence, crashed something. Very, very unfortunate for him, but as we go back and check here, maybe.
Well, we're going to have to give a award for the wall rider tonight because he done hit his thing 6 times tonight, I think. This is number 7 or 6.
I've lost track at this point. It might be his own car number by the time we're done, Woody.
You got that right. Hey, he's go number 88 done hit the wall 8 times already. So he got 80 more to go.
he's past Matthew Fleming, but sounds to be Thomas DeLongo now starting to create some sort of he's starting to inch closer and closer to this 8 of Matthew Fleming and the 60 of Rule Thane. Yeah, I mean, these guys are starting to get very, very aggressive. 1.4 seconds is the separation between the two. Man, he's gotta be able to do something, but that doesn't help because the 01 of Brian Kaufman also presenting a situation saying, hey, guess what? Here's my take. Guess what? I want in this.
Oh, most definitely. They all want in it with 6 to go. They definitely all want in it. Now's the time to start pushing towards the front. If you got anything left for them, you better head that way.
Yep, anything you got is what you need. But Tommy did slip up just a bit into the corner, finding himself now almost 2 seconds back from the 8 of Matthew Fleming. Yeah, it could present some sort of situation that could hurt him later on. Obviously, we've seen lockups haven't helped drivers a lot, but this 60 rule thing, he's doing very, very good. Sitting in this third place position, finding himself top three after sitting within a top 10 almost all night. As you see, the 0-1 now successfully getting around that 86 of Thomas Delago. 0-1 of Brian Kaufman now trying to present some sort of situation that he wants in, and he wants to be that top dog, top three within this is done.
Yeah, they fighting for that podium spot's what they're looking for, first, second, and third. So we got to run there for second and third and fourth back here.
Yep, first and second are gone. And please do remember, top three of tonight do receive a free entry into what looks to be, I'll have to rename it, the Winter Beach 400. Top three do get free entry. So this is what these guys are fighting for. They want free entry. And man, I would love a free entry into this race. Woody, if you found yourself battling for this, you see the 8 of Matthew Fleming go off the
Eight's off
track.
the track.
Oh, one going to find himself now sitting in that third place position.
Or
Fourth place.
he's in fourth.
Thank you, Woody, for correcting me, man. Totally lost track of who was what. But yeah, Brian Kaufman now finding himself in the fourth place position. He's got time. Does he have enough time? As we are now down to 5 to go. Guys are starting to get aggressive. They want this podium finish because, like we said, free entry into the yeah. I keep losing track of the name, but free entry. And we all love free entries, right? Especially with the battle, I believe, out for $100.
Most
Who doesn't
definitely.
love free money?
And if we look at the leader here, Mr. Fletcher, he is 20 seconds ahead of the second place car with 4 laps to go. If he keeps hitting his lines, he will be our winner tonight.
Yeah, can't take any precautions, but we're going to take you side by side really quickly just before the end of this race. We're going to take you side by side with the IVRL.
NASCAR, let's go. IVRL, international virtue. IVRL, anytime that you hear your engine screaming. IVRL, yeah, you know we ain't streaming. Loud mother rubber, burner harder than a demon. Climbing up the pit, if you catch my double meaning. Cloud 9, yeah, you know the move fast. One time, pit stop, get gas. You slow, best move, get past. Sit back, relax, do laughs. NASCAR, let's go.
And we are back. Hope you enjoyed that side by side with IVRL. Go check them out. And man, Woody, I don't know about you, but that music gets me every time, gets me in the feels. But the 24 Fletcher Quigley, nobody can catch him. Cautions aren't going to be in an effect. So at this point, Fletcher's just got to drive his race.
Oh, yeah, he's 24 seconds from second, 39. We only got 8 cars on the lead lap. And the last car on the lead lap is Tommy Delago, Mr. Tommy D himself. And he's 60 seconds behind, almost a full lap on the track behind the leader, Mr. Quigley.
Yeah, and we talk about Quigley. We talk about week in and week out. This man, he's so fast in just about anything he drives. You give him a truck, he takes off. You give him an Xfinity, he takes off. Shoot, I bet you give him a dirt midget, he probably takes off, but not on the ground, probably off in the air like a helicopter. But Quigley's he's very Quigley in whatever car you put him in.
Right, and him with owning the Fairfield Motorsports, he's Quigley with all his radio control cars and all them out there. I bet he wins about all those races.
Oh yeah, his huge RC cars are awesome. But we are going to take you the one more. We are going to take you the one more side by side as these guys are still rolling around. We will be right back with the white flag. We're going to take you the HMG really quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're back. Fletcher, I mean, excellent run as he is getting ready to come around and claim his white flag into his checkered. I mean, you can't talk about a better way to end this. This dude has dominated this race. He's done just about everything right as now he comes through 6 and 7 for the second the last time. Fletcher now down the front stretch for the last time.
Oh, most definitely. He's coming down through there for sure, coming down to the start-finish line, going for his last lap around here, coming down into the 90 as he's got coming in now, and he's going to kind of slow it down. You can see him let off the gas there. He comes through. Perfect line, swings out. Hey, you got quickly heading towards the front, staying in the front, and looks like he might be the winner of this race because the closest man to him is Mr. Thomas Cole. 26 seconds behind him.
I don't think anything at this point could ruin his race unless if he makes one mistake. Rolling through the bus stop for the last time, gonna hit, pull down into second gear, should flick up into third through the carousel, then flick down once again. There you go. Look at that beautiful roll. Like you said, 24, absolutely nobody around him. Little mistake could not hurt him at all. Now he makes his way down the chute for the last time. Fletcher, you talk about dominant racer, you talk about dominant driver. This man is the guy through the short chute. Now coming around 4, 6, and 7. Fletcher now coming off 7. He is going to be your winner at Watkins Glen as we do catch Barney the Flagman waving his checkered flag.
Hey, quickly to the win. There you go. Hey, what a race. 20-something seconds ahead. Hey, Mr. Quickly. Hey, what a race. As he pulls off there.
He's
and,
already.
Starts in the 90. Oh, Lord, he's going to burn them up right there.
For sure, as I believe, I did say he crashed, but he was just doing his burnouts. But Brad Kirby may have crashed on his last lap. We'll have to see, but yeah.
Right.
But don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back. Wow. Guys, through the air, but we're going to take you to a quick Wolf Pumps promo. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the winners in just one moment. Couldn't find our third, but we are going to get 2. Woody, I'll let you pick up the very disappointed second place, Cole Thomas.
Hey, Cole, just Woody up here, man. What a race, man. That was one heck of a race.
Yep.
Yeah, man, it was fun, but I just kept getting screwed over by lap cars, and I guess I still don't have respect after the last win that I got. So, people will learn.
Hey, you did a heck of a job, and I know Quick up there, that man, he was doing a great job too. But I thought sure you had something for him there. But you did a most excellent job there, finishing second for sure.
Thanks, man.
All righty, anything anybody want to thank out there? Say hi to out in the chat.
I want to thank Douglas Distributing, MK2,
Beer Nuts, 3D Energy, and everyone else that helped, TFMG, Kelva, just everyone at TFR.
All righty. Well, you have a great and wonderful evening. We'll see you tomorrow night if you're racing in Truck Series.
Yes, sir.
All righty. You have a great evening. All right there, Mr. Byron. Head on over and get your leader there.
So we're going to pick up the winner, Fletcher, after having a dominant race, dude. We thought you were gone for a bit. You disappeared, may have spun it, I believe, once, but didn't have too many mistakes, but able to come out top dog. Tell us about it.
Yeah, just a real rough start. really wasn't expecting to get whacked that quick, and ended up slamming into another guy around lap 8, and just thought my night could be over. I thought some guys might stretch it on one stop, and I was really hoping that some guys would get low on fuel, and it just ended up working out nicely.
Well, you were able to snag the win tonight after a dominant race. Walking in the Texas next week, you must be feeling really, really good.
Yeah, definitely feeling good. I mean, this track was one I was looking forward to. I've been on it a couple times and just had a lot of experience here, so definitely felt really confident. But back on the oval stuff, it's going to be a little more feisty. So looking forward to it though. But happy to get a win. Shout out to all the teammates, Fairfield Auto Group, Fairfield Motorsports, and Cole and Nick. It was a good battle up until we kind of got separated in the pits. But those guys had some good pace too, so it was a lot of fun.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner tonight at Watkins Glen, 24, Fletcher Quigley. And that's going to do it for us tonight here. We would like to thank you all the way from the production team to myself from Woody. We'd like to wish you guys a safe rest of your night. We'll be back here with Texas for the Graham Construction Xfinity next week. But catch us back here tomorrow with the Beef Jerky Unlimited Truck Series as they also take on Watkins Glen. Everybody have a safe night. We'll catch you later.